We're going to be talking about Knuckles the Echidna being a Dumba to a Bada and back, of course, to a Dumba. But of course, we're going to get deep into that and explain everything for you in today's video. So Knuckles the Echidna in the beginning of time, and the beginning of course is going to be Sonic X, or even the older game Sonic 3 and Knuckles, his personality, and of course the way he is portrayed back then. Now Knuckles has always been a guardian of the Master Emerald. He's always been a very serious character and is of course to the point very headstrong and very attached to whatever he believes. That definitely impacts on different aspects, especially with his relationship between other characters, despite the fact still being an ally of Sonic and other characters. He tends still to have a very strong personality and is basically not afraid, of course, to express what he is feeling or what he is thinking. For example, scenes in which he communicates with Sonic. He may not agree with Sonic at all, and he definitely will oppose Sonic, and honestly will even fight with him for literally any reason he may not be on board with Sonic or any character at that. You could definitely tell Knuckles the Echidna is a very serious character, or at least used to be a very serious character, and of course, if that makes any sense, he is kind of mean and he is not afraid to show it. And if you compare him to characters like Tails, it's very, nice, very diplomatic. He tries not to offend or get anybody upset. And of course, being with characters like Knuckles, which is the exact opposite, Knuckles is not afraid to make anybody upset.
Maybe Sonic will show up here.
Tails is trying to tell you that we don't want you getting in our way.
In your way!
So they definitely contradict each other at times, and I just think it's absolutely hilarious. I love interactions like that. Now, as far as relationships, Knuckles definitely does not show any interest of being in a major relationship with anybody. The only time he really ever showed that he's interested in a relationship was with Julie Sue in the Archie comics, but of course in there it was completely Julie Sue who showed the interest into Knuckles and had to go over the top to even get somewhere with Knuckles, if that makes any sense. Things like even the Archie comics in Sonic X, Rouge the Bat really shows her intimacy and passion for Knuckles the Echidna. However, Knuckles the Echidna basically cancels her every single time.
You know, you're kinda cute when you talk about how tough you are.
You know I can't stand you?
I'm not surprised. There's a very thin line between hate and love.
Well, you make it thicker!
Does not show interest back into Rouge the Bat, despite the fact how much Rouge the Bat is consistent and shows her desire for Knuckles the Echidna. So basically, we're going to be talking about later generations of Sonic where they really nerfed Knuckles and made him into a Dumba. So Knuckles the Echidna, for being this very serious, very closed character into his own beliefs, became a very laid back, meathead, if that makes any sense. We haven't really truly started seeing this until we started seeing Knuckles in later content, especially in Sonic Boom, where they completely made Knuckles into a meathead, a complete dumb who can't even read.
Oh wait, I can't read. Give me that.
So Knuckles the Echidna in Sonic Boom was basically a meathead. However, in his defense, most of the characters in Sonic Boom were not them true selves. For example, Amy definitely was not as simpy towards Sonic in Sonic Boom. And of course, if you look at Shadow the Hedgehog, they made him way too edgy inside Sonic Boom, to the point where it wasn't even the typical, Shadow the Hedgehog that we're used to.
Tried simply taking vengeance on that lackwit Eggman. I want revenge on this whole pathetic universe.
So Sonic Boom was, honestly, a lot of people argued that it is not canon, even though they clearly show or state a lot of things inside the TV show Sonic Boom that are indeed canon. Whether it is canon or not, I'll definitely leave that up to the fandom to decide. So Knuckles the Echidna, once they started implementing content like Sonic Boom, and even later content that included Sonic the Hedgehog, Hedgehog, they definitely nerfed down Knuckles, almost making him to the point where he was a background character. And of course, once they are a background character, I mean, you already know how that goes. I really do not have to get deeper onto that. However, not only they really nerfed him down and made him really dumb, they also kind of stripped the playability of Knuckles the Echidna and kind of not made him playable for the longest time. I think right now in Sonic Frontiers Update 3 at the ending of this year is going to be basically the first time that Knuckles is playable in a long while, which I'm absolutely excited about because Knuckles the Echidna, regardless of course of any controversy that may be out there, is my most favorite character of all time, and honestly I accept him however he comes. But of course there was definitely this controversy that we needed to cover in today's video. Content that we got very recently, Sonic Prime, especially Sonic Movie 2, the introduction of Knuckles to the movie lineup of Sonic the Hedgehog. They definitely went back to the serious Knuckles that we've known and loved, older Sonic content, and everybody was super glad about the new but old Knuckles the Echidna, Bada or serious self. And I think the absolute best depiction of Knuckles is going to be in the Sonic Frontiers Divergence prologue with Knuckles the Echidna. I think the voice acting plus the animation and basically everything about that of Knuckles the Echidna was absolutely perfect, and I would die to see something like that official from Sega and Team Sonic very soon. I can only beg for that, but of course the in-game Sonic Frontiers Knuckles was mostly, I would say, the same carry on from the Sonic Frontiers Divergence prologue. The only thing is most of the Sonic gameplay, especially with the characters not being playable in Sonic Frontiers, honestly neglected a lot of the personality traits of Knuckles the Echidna. It was mostly a character, an NPC that you just talk to continue on to the next step, and that's literally all it felt like. Knuckles did keep his same serious self, really didn't show that, you know, Dumba we got in Sonic Boom. However, Knuckles the Echidna really did not have that much screen time. And one thing I wanted to bring up is, of course, Styx the Badger, a Sonic Boom character. And mind you, before I say this, a lot of people argue Sonic Boom is not canon at all, and Styx the Badger was definitely mentioned by Amy at the ending of Sonic Frontiers.
I wonder if Cream and Styx are free. Make a road trip out of it.
Making Styx the Badger canon automatically. A lot of people raged when they watched that part of the cutscene in Sonic Frontiers, but this video was talking definitely about Knuckles the Echidna from being a bad to a dumb, right back to being a bad, and hopefully his depiction does stay the same here on out, because honestly I'm a very big fan. I would like to not see them go backwards with this. But of course, if you guys enjoyed, definitely smash the like button down below and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. Literally there's no reason why you should not be subscribed. We post literally nothing but quality content on a consistent basis. Without further ado, we'll see you guys on the next video.